If you believe that waking up 3 or 4 times a night to urinate, feeling drained of energy, and losing confidence in your own body is just part of getting older, you've been misled. The truth is, these frustrating symptoms often have less to do with age and more to do with a small but powerful gland, your prostate. When it's inflamed, it presses on your bladder and urethra, disrupting sleep, slowing your flow, and even stealing your intimacy. I've spent over 30 years helping men reverse these issues naturally. And I can tell you, relief doesn't always start with a pill. In fact, the answer could be sitting quietly in your kitchen right now. Today, I'll reveal the one powerful fruit that can help shrink your prostate, restore healthy circulation, and bring back the energy and confidence you thought you'd lost. This fruit can start reducing inflammation in less than 18 hours. And chances are, you've eaten it your whole life without realizing its true power. I'm Dr. Marissa Blake, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist. For more than 3 decades, I've worked with thousands of men from their early 40s to well into their 80s, helping them restore urinary comfort, improve circulation, and reclaim their confidence without relying solely on medication. My approach is simple: treat the root cause, not just the symptoms. Over the years, I've seen firsthand how small, consistent changes like adding the right fruit to your daily routine can create powerful, lasting improvements in a man's health and vitality. If you're over 60, you might know this routine all too well. You lie down at night, ready to rest, but within a couple of hours, you're awake again and again, making trip after trip to the bathroom. Each time your bladder feels urgent, but your stream is weak and slow. When you finally get back to bed, your mind races, and sleep feels impossible. By morning, you're tired before the day has even started. The fatigue makes it harder to stay focused, harder to enjoy hobbies, and harder to be fully present with family. For many men, these constant interruptions start to affect their mood, patience, and relationships. And then there's intimacy. When you're dealing with pelvic pressure, poor circulation, or the lingering embarrassment of frequent bathroom breaks, it's hard to feel confident in the bedroom. Some men quietly avoid physical closeness, fearing they won't perform the way they used to. I remember one patient, Dennis, who told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm slowly fading away. Not just physically, but as a man." He wasn't alone. Countless men share this silent frustration, thinking it's just age and that nothing can be done. The truth is, in many cases, the real problem is an inflamed prostate. When this small gland swells, it presses on the urethra and bladder, creating that constant urge to urinate and the weak, hesitant flow. It can also restrict blood flow to the pelvic area, draining energy and dampening intimacy. Daily habits, diet, and low antioxidant intake quietly fuel this inflammation. Left unaddressed, it chips away at your comfort, confidence, and quality of life. But here's the good news: the prostate can respond remarkably well to the right kind of support. Natural, nutrient-rich foods, especially one particular fruit, can help reduce swelling, improve circulation, and restore that sense of ease you've been missing. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. To understand why these symptoms happen and how this simple fruit can help, let's start with the prostate itself. Your prostate is a small gland about the size of a walnut, located just below your bladder. Its main job is to produce fluid that nourishes and protects sperm. The urethra, the tube that carries urine out of the body, runs right through the middle of it. When you're young and healthy, the prostate is firm, smooth, and doesn't get in the way of urine flow. But over time, oxidative stress, hormonal changes, and low-grade inflammation can cause it to swell. Here's the problem. Because the urethra passes through it, even a little swelling is like putting a kink in a garden hose. The flow slows, the pressure builds, and your bladder never feels fully empty. That's why you keep waking up at night and rushing to the bathroom, even when there's not much urine to pass. Inflammation is the main culprit. It's triggered by tiny molecules called free radicals, unstable compounds that damage your cells. They can come from poor diet, chronic stress, environmental toxins, and even normal aging. If your diet is low in antioxidants, the nutrients that neutralize these free radicals, the damage keeps building, and the swelling never fully goes down. Poor circulation makes it worse. When blood flow to your pelvic area slows, your prostate cells get less oxygen and fewer nutrients. It's like trying to repair a house without enough building materials. The damage stays, and function declines. Hormones also play a role. As testosterone levels gradually drop with age, estrogen can become relatively higher, which may encourage prostate growth and inflammation. Now, here's where diet becomes a powerful tool. One particular fruit is packed with antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and nutrients that directly target these problem areas. It fights oxidative stress so prostate cells can heal. It improves blood vessel health, boosting circulation to the pelvic area. It helps balance hormones, easing the strain on your prostate. Think of it this way: when you eat the right food, you're turning off the fire of inflammation and clearing the traffic jam in your blood vessels. Do that consistently, and the prostate can return to a healthier size. Your urinary flow improves, and the pressure eases day and night. Now, here's the encouraging part. You can take real steps to calm prostate inflammation and improve circulation without adding another prescription bottle to your nightstand. Nature has already provided a powerful tool, one that's likely sitting quietly in your kitchen or waiting for you at the local market. I'm talking about one specific fruit, not just any fruit, but one proven to reduce oxidative stress, nourish prostate cells, and support healthy blood flow to your lower body. This isn't exotic or hard to find. It's affordable, delicious, and easy to work into your day. And when you make it a daily habit, its compounds start working behind the scenes, shrinking swelling, improving urinary flow, and even helping you feel more confident in the bedroom. The fruit I'm talking about is the humble tomato. It might seem too ordinary to be powerful, but when it comes to shrinking an enlarged prostate, few foods compare. Tomatoes are the richest known source of lycopene, the antioxidant that directly reduces inflammation and protects prostate cells from overgrowth and long-term damage. What makes them even more remarkable is that cooking tomatoes actually increases the amount of lycopene your body can absorb, up to 4 times more than when eaten raw. This means a warm bowl of tomato soup, a rich marinara sauce, or even a spoonful of tomato paste can become a therapeutic food for your prostate. Add a drizzle of olive oil, and you've created one of the most potent natural combinations for male health. Lycopene works like a targeted shield for your prostate. It neutralizes the free radicals that keep inflammation active and damage healthy cells. When inflammation calms down, the swelling in your prostate begins to reduce. As the gland returns to a more normal size, it stops pressing so hard on your urethra and bladder. The result? Your stream becomes stronger, the constant urge to urinate eases, and you can finally sleep through the night. But lycopene does more than just reduce swelling. It also improves blood circulation throughout your pelvic area. Better circulation means your prostate cells get the oxygen and nutrients they need to function properly. It also supports the blood vessels that are crucial for intimacy and confidence in the bedroom. How to use tomatoes for maximum benefit. Include cooked tomato dishes several times a week. Tomato soup, roasted tomatoes, or sauces made from tomato paste are all excellent options. Pairing them with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado boosts absorption even further. The key is consistency and preparation. Raw tomatoes are healthy, but cooked tomatoes deliver far more of the lycopene your prostate needs. Let me tell you about Martin, an 82-year-old retired farmer who had grown tired of waking multiple times each night. He wanted a natural approach, so I suggested starting his mornings with a cup of warm tomato soup made from tomato paste and a drizzle of olive oil. After just 2 weeks, he returned with a grin and said, "Doc, I feel like a switch has been flipped. I'm sleeping better, and even my mornings feel stronger." His urinary flow improved, the nighttime trips decreased, and his overall energy returned. The beauty of tomatoes is their simplicity and accessibility. You can find them anywhere, they're affordable, and they can be prepared in countless ways. Whether you prefer a simple tomato soup, a hearty marinara sauce over pasta, or roasted tomatoes as a side dish, you're getting a therapeutic dose of nature's most powerful prostate protector. Here's what I recommend. Start with 1 serving of cooked tomatoes daily. This could be a cup of tomato soup, a half cup of tomato sauce, or 2 tablespoons of tomato paste mixed into your cooking. Always add a small amount of healthy fat like olive oil to maximize absorption. Within 2 to 3 weeks, many men begin to notice improvements in their sleep quality and urinary flow. The most important factor is consistency. An occasional tomato dish won't create lasting change. But when you make cooked tomatoes a daily habit, their lycopene content builds up in your system, providing continuous protection and healing for your prostate. Over weeks and months, swelling eases, urinary flow improves, and your body regains the energy and comfort you've been missing. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s turn things around simply by making this small, intentional choice. It's proof that your body hasn't given up on you. It just needs the right support. The decision to include cooked tomatoes in your daily routine might be the first step towards sleeping through the night, moving with more energy, and feeling fully present again, both in daily life and in the most personal moments. Remember, it's not about turning back the clock. It's about building the best possible version of yourself right now with simple, natural steps that work. Your next chapter can start with your next meal.